I'm Dr. W.P. Gurnale from Kamala Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are going to discuss the uh, conformations of N-butane. As we know, there are different types of conformation isomers of the N-butane, and as we know, N-butane is the derivative of ethane, in which the hydrogen atom of the ethane is replaced by the methyl group. So it is also considered as a dimethyl ethane. So as we know that CH3, one of the hydrogen on each carbon we have to replace by the methyl group, we get the it is the derivative of the ethane. So dimethyl ethane is the N-butane, and in this N-butane 4 carbons are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out of that central carbon C2 and C3 is the fix, and now here we have to fix the carbon number 2 and carbon number 3, which are having 2 hydrogen and 1 methyl. We have to rotate in 360 degree. So during this rotation, one carbon C2 we have to fix and other carbon C3 we have to rotate in 360 degrees. Then we get number of finite or infinite number of conformers, and out of that only the 6 conformers are important, and these 6 important conformers, that is eclipse, then fully eclipse and gauge and also skew, these conformers we are going to discuss in today's part, and their relative stability. Today's topic is the stereochemistry of organic compounds, and today's part is the number 14, and here we are going to discuss the conformational isomerism, also conformations of N-butane, an example, and what is the relative stability of different types of conformations of N-butane. And here, as we know, already we have known what are the different types of conformers, mainly 2 types in case of ethane, and N-butane is also considered as a derivative of ethane, and here it is shown the structure of here. This is the ethane, 2 carbon, and one of the hydrogen of each carbon is replaced by methyl group. See here, CH3, but now here one hydrogen is replaced by methyl on both the carbon, and we get the dimethyl ethane, or also we can say it is the derivative of ethane, and therefore this butane is also considered as dimethyl ethane. And in this case, each carbon atom attached each carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So central carbon number 2 and 3, carbon number 2 attached to 1 methyl and 2 hydrogen, carbon number 3 is also attached to 1 methyl and 2 hydrogens. So this is the carbon-carbon single bond. We have to fix this carbon, and we have to rotate this carbon number into 360 degree. Then we get number of conformations are possible, but out of all these conformation, there are only the 6 conformers are important. And what are the 6 conformers that we are going to discuss here? So these are the 6 type of important conformers of N-butane. So this is when we move, the angle is 0 degree or 360. 0, when we move 360, this is the situation which is known as fully eclipse. When these in this case, see now here, this is the front carbon, CH3H, and this circle is the back carbon, and back carbon have CH3 and 2 hydrogens. So when this group, this is fixed now, front carbon is fixed, and back carbon we have to rotate through this 60 degree. Rotation through 60 degree, then we obtain this type of, after rotations, this is the conformer 2, this is conformer 1, and this arrangement is known as gauge. And again, when this is rotated by 60 degree, we obtain conformer 3, that is total 120 degree, and this is known as eclipse conformation. When this is again now, this is fixed, front carbon is fixed, and we are rotating the back carbon and attached with that groups. So 3 groups are having different arrangement. When this is conformer 3 is rotated by 60 degree, we obtain this conformer 4, that is total 180. So this is the anti of this first here, this is the fixed, and opposite to that we obtain this structure, which therefore it is known as anti. So 180, and again now it is rotated by 60 degree, we get conformer 5, we obtain this is also again similar to this eclipse, and again we rotate further, we obtain the number 6 structure or conformer, also known as the gauge. So these 2 and 6 are similar, 3 and 5 are similar, and this is anti and fully eclipsed. So there are 4 types of conformer, and total 6 are there, but only 4 types: fully eclipsed, eclipse, gauge, and the anti conformers are there. So in this case, so these are the out of number of conformers of N-butane. In case of conformation structure number 1, methyl group and the 2 hydrogen atoms on the carbon 2 are exactly behind the methyl group and the 2 hydrogen atom on the carbon 3. Therefore, this is also known as fully eclipsed conformation. The dihedral angle for this conformation is 0 degree. Now, when conformation 1 is rotated through the 60 degree, then gauge, also known as Q, conformation number 2 obtained, and rotation around another 60 degree produces the eclipse conformation number 3, which is different from the fully eclipsed conformation 1. And again further rotation through the 60 degree gives rise to the completely or fully staggered conformation number 4. This is also called anti or trans conformation. Again now further rotation through the 60 degree give another eclipse conformation number 5, which is similar to the conformation 3. Still further rotation by 60 degree give another gauge conformation number 6, similar to conformer 2. And finally, if we rotate conformation 6 by 60 degree, we return to the fully eclipsed conformation 1 and completing a rotation of 360 degree around C2-C3 bond. In this way, we can say that N-butane has 4 distinct conformation, that is anti-conformation 4, gauge conformation 2 and 4, eclipse conformation 3 and 5, and fully eclipsed conformation 1. And now their relative position is also shown in the structure, and so there is a one by one when we rotate by 60 degree, and finally we obtain the rotation of 360 degree around C2 and C3 bond, and their relative energy is shown here. So this is the figure. What is the energy and which is more stable is shown here. So this is the structure 1, structure 2, structure 3, 4, 5, 6, again 1. So in this way 6 conformers are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here 6 and 1. Again it comes to the original position. And as we have seen 6 conformer, this is 1, structure 2, this is fully eclipsed, this is gauge, then eclipse, then anti, then eclipse and gauge, and then fully eclipse after 360. And here is the angle is shown 0 in the beginning, then by 60, then 120, 180, 240, 300 and 360 degree. Rotations are there. So by rotation, one of the carbon we have to fix, and another atoms containing the different atoms or group we have to rotate by 60 degree. Number of conformations are obtained, but out of that number of conformations 6 are important in case of N-butane. And energy is also shown. This is the energy for this one, this is the energy for this 2, 3, 4, different energies are involved during that. Now after observing all these 6 conformer, so structure number 4 is having this is the minimum energy, and therefore this structure number 4 is the most stable because it is having minimum energy. After that structure number 2 and 6 have minimum energy, then these are after this these are the most stable, and these 3 and 5 have greater energy, and lastly number 1. So highest, this is the most least stable conformer. So in this way this is the diagram which shows the changes in potential energy during the rotation about the C2-C3 bond in case of N-butane. So out of 4 distinct conformation shown here, anti-conformation is the most stable. So anti-conformation structure number 4 is the most stable, and in this conformation the 2 non-bonded methyl group and the 4 non-bonded hydrogen atoms are H far apart, H possible. Therefore, there is a minimum repulsion, and therefore it is the most stable conformer. The next in order of higher energy come to the 2 gauge conformation, number 2 and 6, in which the 2 non-bonded methyl group are only 60 degree apart and hence cause crowding or steric strain, and as a result of this steric strain, the 2 gauge conformation 2 and 6 are slightly less stable as compared to anti-conformation number 4. However, 2 gauge conformations are themselves of equal energy, and these are also shown here. Strain, these are the gauge. In this case, 2 methyl groups in gauge conformation of N-butane being 60 degree apart cause this steric strain. So see here, here is a steric strain, here is a steric strain. So this is the steric strain. They are so in case of both the gauge conformation, we obtain because of this is the repulsion and crowding is there, and therefore because of that there is a steric strain. And in this case, experimentally it has been found that the gauge conformation are about 3.35 kJ per mole less stable than anti-conformation. Next in order of higher energy, the 2 partially eclipse conformation number 3 and 5. In this conformation there are 2 methyl hydrogen eclipsing interaction and 1 hydrogen eclipsing interaction. And as we know, each methyl hydrogen eclipsing interaction introduce the energy 5.85 kJ per mole, and each hydrogen eclipsing interaction introduce the energy 3.35 kJ per mole. Therefore, partially eclipsed conformation of N-butane are less stable than anti and gauge conformation. The 2 partially eclipsed conformers are having equal energy. Again, now experimentally it has been shown that eclipse conformation 3 and 5 is less stable than gauge conformation by about 10.85 kJ per mole, and the anti-conformation by about 14.2 kJ per mole. As we know, fully eclipsed conformers number 1 is least stable because having higher energy, and this is due to the reason that in this conformer there is 1 methyl eclipsing interaction and 2 weak hydrogen eclipsing interaction, and it has been found experimentally that fully eclipsed conformations is about 18.4 or less stable than most stable anti-conformation. Therefore, the relative stability of 4 conformations of N-butane are anti is greater than gauge, which is greater than partially eclipse, and which is greater than fully eclipse. So most stable is the anti and least stable is the fully eclipsed conformer. So in this way they have minimum energy, and therefore that conformational isomers are there. So this figure shows the relative potential energy. Number 1 have higher energy, least energy is there in case of conformer 4, which is anti, and so different conformers 6 have different energy, which is shown, and so least stable is the number 1 and most stable is the number 4 conformers. So out of what are the number 3 and number 5, number 2 and number 6 and number 1. So most stable is the number 1, and then after that number 3 and 5, and after that number 2 and 6. So in this way we know the stability of these conformers of N-butane, and this is the steric strain shown in case of methyl group, 2 methyl groups in gauge conformation. So these are the different conformers in case of N-butane. So remember, N-butane show number of conformers, and out of that 6 are important, and out of 6, 2 are eclipse, 2 are gauge, and 1 anti and 1 fully eclipse. So all the 4 different types are there. So most stable is the numbers 4, that is anti, and least stable is the fully eclipse number 1 conformer. So different types of conformations are there. So in case of ethane, we have to replace the 1 hydrogen of the each carbon, and we get the derivative of ethane, which is known as the N-butane or dimethyl ethane. And this N-butane have 2 central carbon, C2 and C3, This is the carbon bond, carbon bond, single bond, and around we have to fix the carbon 2 and carbon 3 containing groups. We have to rotate by 360, and during 60-degree rotation we obtain infinite number of rotations conformers. Out of that 6 are important. So, and which is most stable out of 6, that we have seen in today's part.